Hey guys, welcome to Chris Mack. For today's video, I'm excited because I have a 2022 Porsche Taycan rear-wheel drive priced at $117,000. I'm going to show you around this vehicle, then we'll go ahead and take it for a drive. As always, please sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Look at this key, man. This thing is awesome. Let's get into this video, shall we? Looking on the outside of the 2022 Porsche Taycan, this is a rear-wheel drive priced at $117,000 MSRP. These do start at just over $82,000. This one does have a couple of individual options. This is your Porsche key fob right here. We have a unlock, lock, front trunk, as well as a rear trunk, which we'll talk about later. But this is dressed in a white exterior color. Does have full LED headlights. This one also does have the technology package, which for about nearly $5,000 encompasses the adaptive cruise control, which you see the sensor down there. Does come with the head-up display, remote parking, as well as the passenger display on the side, which I'll show you guys later. This one does have the 21-inch RS design wheels right here. These are nearly a $6,000 option. This is your charge door on this side. So you swipe that right there. Now, speaking of charge, we'll go ahead and get into the specs of this Taycan. This has the performance battery, which is nearly $6,000 additional. So you will get about 282 miles of range while getting 321 horsepower or 402 horsepower with launch control overboost. It does have 254 pound-foot of torque. As far as charging goes, we'll get on the other side. It will charge from 5 to 80% in 22 minutes. Or a full charge in about 10.5 hours. Of course, on each side you do have a charging port for wherever you go, so you can just swipe under the little lid right there and it will open up. Of course, with the premium package, you do get the panoramic glass roof with a couple of niceties on the interior. Keyless entry for all 4 door handles. This does have the 360 camera, which does come in the premium pack as well. It does get the 4S brakes. These aren't red, but they are black, but it's basically the same brakes. These come with the all-season tires right here. So you got 305s in the rear. It will come around to the front. We have 255s up front. Coming onto the back of the Taycan, does have a cool futuristic look back here. The full sweeping tail light bar right there. I do like the Porsche logo inscripted right here. This is how you open the rear compartment. It is powered. You will find 14.3 cubic feet of space. Have a little bit more storage down there. Some storage on this side as well with little cubbies, as well as a 12-volt outlet. You can lock the doors as well as put down the tailgate. Now, hitting the key fob, we are going to open the frunk. Just like a normal gas car, you got to find the release. There we go, right in the center. So looking up front, you have 3 cubic feet of space. Nice LED illumination right there. And if you put a kid in here, which honestly is very small, you have a little reach right there on that side. Everything is carpeted and very nice. There we go. Hopping into the rear seats. Now I have the seat adjusted for my frame at 5'6". And I do have to say there's definitely a lot more room than the original spec said it was. It honestly has more room. The owner of this vehicle does have 3 kids, so they just fit right across and no problem at all. Now I have about 2, maybe 3 inches of leg room and about 1.5 to 2 inches of headroom. You have air vents right here on this side. You do have a center console right here. There we go, final release, a little stiff. But then we have 2 cup holders right there. You do have a center pass-through as well. Here's a look to the front cabin, and a look up to the full panoramic glass sunroof. Looking right here, you see you do have the paint to sample exterior trim right here brought into the interior, which I'll talk about a little bit later. You do have the Bose surround sound speaker system. Now, before heading to the cockpit of the Taycan, we're going to go ahead and head into the passenger side, check out the passenger display. Sorry for all the junk over here. So you see, of course, this one does have the 14-way seats with the premium pack. But looking at the passenger display right here, it basically mimics the central screen right here. So you got your home button. You can control the center cockpit, media functions, navigation, device. Also put up your sport chrono information. Put up the navigation and echo it to the center screen as well as the driver screen. Radio presets. Also customize the Bose surround sound system if you want to make it more, like have more bass or really dial it in to where you're sitting at. Different phone and other functions right here. Nice Porsche right there, sweet sound. But you can see this is going to be the main default screen right here, where the passenger will have full range of the speed, G-forces, as well as different navigation or other features. Hitting this button right here, you can turn it off, and the passenger display will go off and go in standby mode. And of course, it won't work if you're in motion and you don't have your seatbelt on. This is a pretty cool feature. Of course, the passenger does come with a 3-person memory, automatic windows for all 4. Sweet. I'll tell you, there's nothing like a Porsche. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the cockpit of the Taycan. This is a rear-wheel drive, of course. Like I stated earlier, on the passenger side, this does have 14-way seats. You have automatic windows, power folding mirrors, of course. And you do have the individual design right here to get the exterior white color brought into the interior with the trim right there. See, the sticker right here is rated for 130 miles an hour. You can see right here, looking at the door panels, you do have full leather all the way down. The materials are high quality. And as this being about $117,000, it really feels like the build quality. Looking right here at the center console, you have your power seat controls right here, waterfall cushions, back support, as well as a 4-way lumbar support. Now you can get massage seats if you want that as a secondary option. Hopping inside of the Taycan, you can see right here you do have your push button start to turn the vehicle on and off. This is how you control your adaptive cruise control functions, which you'll try on the road. Vehicle does sit very low. It's a low stepping height. Over here on this side of the digital display right here, we'll get that steering wheel straight. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Putting the steering wheel straight, you can see that you do have the full LCD cockpit right here in front of you, flanked with your light controls on this side, as well as mirror adjustments. Over here is your traction control. So you hold it down and it'll be in stability off or sport. On, you have your suspension. This does have the air suspension, but it does have adaptive dampers. So you can control the dampers right there with sport, sport plus, and it'll default back to normal mode. This over here is your favorite setting on that side. Now looking at the central display right here, you can toggle through the different vehicle functions. So right now we have the 3D display up. You can also exit that and toggle through the different displays. Now honestly, I like this version a lot better. It really brings out the technology aspect of the Taycan. Has your favorite button on this side with your telematics for your voice command. This is for your regen charge button right there. You can see on this side, toggle on and off. Getting the steering wheel straight. So basically when you hit this button right here on this side, you'll be able to toggle through the different display settings. So if you want, if you have the individual displays, you can actually toggle this right there to set up basically what you want. So you hit reduce right there. Of course, you can have your speed and all of your other functions right there. It's all very easy to use. They have different videos of going more in depth, but this is just my quick walk around on this. Looking right here, this is your drive mode selection. So of course it starts in normal mode. You have a range mode right there for maximum range, limits you to 60 miles an hour. Going over to the land of sport, a little bit more sportiness is the stiffer suspension. Sport Plus is maximum throttle response, maximum speed for the battery. And you of course have an individual mode, which will show on the infotainment screen. Your wipe controls are on this side. This of course does have the sport chrono watch right up here. And of course it is dressed in white. to match the white trim as well as the white exterior. I do like the splash of white all around the interior. That is a nice touch. Looking right here, this is your gear shifter. And of course, with the premium package, you do get the 360 camera. So you can basically look around the vehicle. And of course, the steering wheel will turn. You do have trajectory lines and so on. Rear cross traffic alert. And of course, with the technology package, you get the remote parking. Push all the way down for drive, light up for neutral, and then you push for park. Now looking at the infotainment screen, you can see it is the latest Porsche design. We have the home button. This is your default to show you basically everything with the vehicle. So if you go in the vehicle, this is what your individual mode. So you can basically put that for individual. And you can change the chassis control right there for the suspension. So you can have like medium sport, your recuperation on automatic. And of course you can put on the sport sound. Over here is your driver assistance technology. And of course this does come with the full suite of driver assistance tech. So you have your basic assist right there. Your parking assist right there. So it'll pull up your 360 camera. Lane keeping with steering assist as well as maneuvering assist. Over here's your trip information. Tell you your battery charge, how much range you got to go, and all the different information. Of course, the premium package also does get the ambient lighting function right there. So you can change the different colors. If you want to make the mood nice around the interior, you can see this is where all of these zones are at nighttime, where you see you can change between like white, warm white, orange, red, blue, Atlantis blue, dynamic, as well as a green. You can of course change the different zones and how bright you want the ambient lighting. You have your driver's seat right here for your heated and cool seats, which I'll show you guys in the climate control section. Comfort of entry right there. So when you get in the vehicle, the seats will slide back so you can basically get in a lot more easier. Going back to home, you have your media connection. So we're going to try out a quick audio test with the 12-speaker Bose sound system. So we'll go ahead and connect my iPhone. So right now it's loading. You can also see it right here when you hit Apple CarPlay as well. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and try out a audio test and see how good the 12-speaker Bose system is.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it.
As you can see, the Bose 12-speaker sound system is very clear and crisp. It works very easy. We'll go ahead and turn that down. Of course, we have navigation, so we are going to try out our navigation test, see how good that is. We go ahead and search. The feedback and the response to this display is great.
The route is being calculated.
As you can see right there, give it a second and it just takes off and goes like several miles in advance. Like seriously, it really plans out the route in depth. You have Google Maps right here, so the response and the whole graphics is just nice. Right here, you do have your radio display right here. So you got AM, FM, Sirius XM radio. Right now, we still got our CarPlay going, but if we unplug that real quick, you'll see you have your radio presets. I'll turn that down so we can get copyright. But you can actually program the 12-speaker Bose sound system. You can actually tailor it to your liking. Looking right here, you do have your phone, as well as your vehicle settings, what we did talk about earlier. Now going back to the main home button on top, you can see everything else is the same. You have your charging, timer. And as stated before, this will get from 5 to 80% in about 22 minutes or 10.5 hours if you want a full charge. Air conditioning right there, so you can pull up the climate controls and you can actually like focus where you want the air at. Yeah, turning that back down, you can see you can have it like diffuse smoothly, or you can have it focused like on your face. So if you have an area where that gets very hot, You can tailor that so. This of course has the ionizer, which does come as well in a premium package. You can pre-cool or preheat the battery on a hot or a cold day. Device connections, and you have your sport chrono package as well. So besides the clock, you also get like timer, and then you got the individual mode to make things a little bit more tailored back. You can evaluate the different things right there. That's basically a quick overview of the display. Now looking down here, you have your air vents right there with a full zone climate control for your air vents. Hit menu right there, you can pull it up on the top screen, and you can also have it on the bottom screen as well. This is how you have your dual zone climate control with your temperature on the outside as well as fan speed. This does have 3-stage heated and cooled seats. And you can do them at the same time too if you want to. If you want to get snazzy. Now looking down here at the bottom of the display, this is how you turn off the display. You do have the remote parking, volume up, down, mute. This is how you open the charging port right there. So if you hit that, it will show you the range, percentage, and whether you want to open the AC side, which is going to be on the left side, or the AC/DC side, which is on the right side or passenger side. You can also open the front and close it from the screen right here. Of course, I have Taycan scripted right here with a little bit of blue ambient lighting around the cup holders. They are a pretty good size. Looking right here, you do have a center console, so you push the button right here to open the center console. That's where you plug up your 2 USB-C ports if you want to connect to the infotainment screen. Does have a 12-volt outlet as well. Looking up here, you do have your auto-dimming rearview mirror with your light controls right there. The panoramic glass roots do not open, but it does let in a lot of light. Looking right here, you do have your visor right here. Let me open that for you guys. So you do have a little mirror right there if you want to look at yourself. How y'all doing? LED illumination, which is nice. Grab handles, and of course you can move the headrest out if you want to get a little bit more comfort on the road. But we're going to go ahead and take the Taycan rear-wheel drive for a drive and see how she does. So right now we're in Annapolis. The whirring noise. This is awesome. I'm trying to get this speed back in the center so I can show you guys a good view of the. Of course, it does have head-up display as well, so you can see very clear and crisp speed right there with the head-up display. That electric sports sound is just awesome. I have to say though, the head-up display is very clear and crisp. Like, it really is. Of course, you can see your speed. You have other different vehicle functions. This thing is just sweet, man. Wow. Wow. I have to say though that the power it may have 254 pound-foot, but even in normal mode, once you get to a faster piece of road like on the highway, this is where this thing really just comes alive. And the brakes, so confident. So we're gonna put it into sport mode. But the visibility is pretty good out the front. Side mirrors are good size. Everything, the ergonomics work great. This is a nice car. We'll do a tunnel run. That was a little tunnel run with the whirring noise. This thing was crazy. This thing's alright. Really is. Got the cool seats going. This thing just hooks. Wow. All right, now we got no cars behind us. We're gonna do a quick launch control real quick. Alright, so we're gonna launch activate. Ooh, second gear. Whoa. This thing holds, like, and then I felt the shift in the second gear. Now, if you guys don't know, this does have a 2-speed transmission. We're gonna go ahead and we'll actually go up here and pop a U-turn. This thing's ridiculous, man. See it right around like about 90 miles an hour. You see it did shift. Now, unlike other EVs, this does have the 2-speed transmission, which is better for gearing. So you can also have, like, in one gear you can have the meter power band, and in the other gear you can have your maximum efficiency. This thing is mental, though. This thing is mental. It really is, like, seriously. In the Sport Plus, you can just feel the car, the squat. Now, I'm not gonna lie, 5.1 seconds to 60 miles an hour was originally slow when I was looking at the specs, but after feeling it for a second time and coming back to, there we go, switching gears again. But after coming back and looking at the Taycan again, I do have to say that this is just great. Now, when you compare it to like a Tesla, like a new Tesla Model S long range, or whatever they call it now, it's doing about 3.5 seconds to 60 for the basically same price. That's starting at about just under 100. Ooh, that handling, wow. This thing is like 4,600 pounds, and it handles it. Yeah, that turn into. This doesn't even have the rear wheel steer or anything else like that. All right, we gotta chill now because we got a cop. But let's put it back into normal real quick. I'll show you guys the adaptive cruise control one more time. You get that? You see right there, you'll bring up the menus, push it forward. Right now it's set at 74 miles an hour. Of course, you got different following distances. The screen is so easy to use and it's very interactive. We're in normal mode right now, and even just breathing on the throttle, you can really feel the car just wants to take off. It really does. I'll tell you, this car is just awesome, man. Taycan. There's far a few complaints though I have about this. Now, of course, when you look at this version right here, this is priced at $117,000. Now, the owner did have a couple of individual options added, so it does have a couple one-of-one touches. So you got the white from the exterior brought inside right there, the white, the sport chrono clock right there. I mean, this thing is just awesome. And you got the passenger display on that side. Does it get better than this? I really don't know. Let's give it a little bit. Wow. That's all you can say is just wow, because this thing is just awesome. I was like half throttle, not even. I was just like rolling into it just a little bit. And to see the pickup is just great. It's amazing. The car feels so agile and is very balanced and sporty. This thing literally defies like, oh, that sound, the sports sound. I love that sound. But this thing literally defies logic. 4,500 pound what? Doing this and that, it's just ridiculous. But you know, it's Porsche. Porsche knows how to engineer good vehicles. Oh, let's roll on it. Got a Tesla behind us. And then you got the forest brakes. Just bring you right back down. And the sports sound, I love that, man. Whew. This thing is way faster at higher speeds, like it really is. And I have to say, of course, with a luxury car, it is very hushed and quiet. Not much road noise. And the brakes, wow. Now I do like the electric sports sound. That is a $500 option, but it does add a lot of character and emotion and feeling. And as a car person, when you're looking at an EV, this definitely has the most soul when you're looking for an EV vehicle. But I mean, hey, if you can afford the high gas prices, by all means get the gas version. But I can honestly recommend this. Like the sound, the transmission, like the kick, these are all attributions and characters of a gas vehicle, and I do like it. Really brings out the normal gas car feeling of it. But yeah, this thing is wide too though. On the road, on the highway, you can really feel how wide and low the car is. That was a different dimension right there. Like, seriously. Whoa, Honda Accord. I drive less reckless. This thing though is just got great handling. The braking is good. It's responsive. And sometimes you drive an EV, the brake pedal and all that gets kind of squishy and don't feel natural. But with this, it really feels good. Now, one other thing to talk about too, this does have the GT Sport steering wheel right here, and it is heated, of course. I do like the feeling of it. I do wish they did have like a flat bottom, but overall this is very good as well. Got my cool seats going. You got your remote parking, which we'll try when we get back to the dealership. Does it get any better than this? I really don't know. Of course, you got individual mode to really tailor things to your liking right here. Make it more tailored and very nice. But Sport Plus, that's where you want to be. Little slip. Test out those brakes. Feel a little bit of mass, but chuck it in. Oh my goodness, that's 60. And the handling too. The chassis balance of the Taycan. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Like, you gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Test out the brakes. Alright. Calipers bring it down. Whoa. And that ambient lighting though, if you guys just saw that just now, when I came around under the tunnel, now you can see the illumination in blue was like everywhere. It was just crazy. Alright, our camera's about to die, so we'll go ahead and wrap this video up. But yeah guys, that's going to wrap up my video on the Porsche Taycan rear-wheel drive. We're just gonna go to the camera dives, but overall my opinion of this Taycan, I really like it. Really packs a lot of decent punch, I would say. It's about average. It's nothing that'll knock your socks off, but you know, it works very good. The handling, the feeling, and I think that's what really counts when you look at a vehicle, especially something at this price point. You want good character, good feel, good noise. How does it make you feel behind the wheel? It's what you really want. And I am happy to say that the Taycan rear-wheel drive delivers and checks all of those boxes. Really does. Feels good, it drives good, has good quality. It feels overall like a nice car, like the build quality and everything. I don't want to steal no trademarks from Ford, but built tough. I'll call this built tough EV. But I can't thank Danny enough, the car owner of this vehicle, for letting me come out here to test drive and do a review on this car. I am forever grateful. Thank you so much, Danny, for everything. And I gotta tell you though how this all started. I just happened to be going to the Porsche dealership. Little story. I go to the Porsche dealership, just looking at different new Porsches and see. They had a couple GT3 992s, and Danny, the business manager, he was like, "Hey, would you like to go out in my Taycan?" And I said, "Absolutely." So then once I drove it and got to experience it firsthand, I asked him, I was like, "Hey, can I come back for a review?" He said, "Sure." Fast forward to today, and I'm doing a review on this Taycan. So guys, that's going to wrap up my video. I keep saying that, but I'm waiting for the camera to die, but thought I'd get as much footage as I could. But I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next video. This is Chris signing out. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next video.